I would like to talk about something horrific that happened just, when you read the newspaper, which I wanted to do, I have my blog reading the paper, we're talking about Brazil. You won't see anywhere in this paper, I looked through it, anything about what happened in just my back door. This 70-year-old man who volunteered for the police force, sitting with his dog on a bench, went to play bridge. Somehow an electrical bike, which is not really electrical bike, but it's a moped that people in Tel Aviv ride on the sidewalk, hit him, or there was a certain confrontation. And what I am enraged about is this person who did it. Look, this is like that. It's an electrical bike that rides on the sidewalk, where there are very often elderly people. I have 2 dogs, and I can tell you that my dog, especially the large one, has avoided getting hit many, many, many times just by a hairline. The man got into an argument, a verbal argument with an electrical bike rider, probably a quarter of his age. This man is 70 years old, and it started to become physical. Now, when a 70-year-old man gets into a physical confrontation with a man many years younger than him, I think the younger man should just back off, especially if he almost hit him with his bike. But no, this man decided to punch this 70-year-old man. I don't know who was guilty of. I am not a judge. I don't know the facts. But the 70-year-old man died of a heart attack. And I think it's time the municipality sees this as a new red line and starts to give fines, as they claim they will, for people with electrical bikes. It's not a bike, it's a moped, and there's no place for a moped on a very narrow sidewalk. And I know exactly where he was walking. It's a narrow sidewalk, and there's absolutely no place for a moped on a sidewalk next to human beings. They are moving very fast. It can make an elderly person very nervous. And the judge released this man for house arrest. So he's responsible for the death of a 70-year-old man, and he's released for house arrest. What message does this send? Just so you know, there have been countless cases of elderly people being injured by these mopeds that ended up in hospitalizations, operations. Dogs have been run over, cats. It's unbelievable, the chaos. And it's time that Israel, which is supposed to be a modern country, stops being like a third world country where there's no rules. And I want you to look at this wonderful man, and I want to give tribute to him. I want to start now a campaign to stop the electrical bikes on the sidewalks. They're not bikes, they're mopeds. I don't want this death to be in vain. And to the family, it's just, there's no words to describe how sad this is. It's a terrible loss, so unnecessary, just because people do not respect the fact that the sidewalks are for walking, and the fact that elderly people are nervous about very fast-moving electrical bikes coming at them, and not without a reason. Let's respect elderly people. Let's make this the last time this happens. And to his memory, I want this to be the last case. I don't want any elderly person to fear walking on a sidewalk, to fear getting hit by an electrical bike, to fear getting hit and injured, and the other person getting away with it because the court of law releases criminals that are not respecting simple rules. The sidewalk is for walking. It is not a place to ride a fast-moving vehicle. Electrical bikes are mopeds, and they have no place on our sidewalks. Any logical person would realize it by themselves, but since they don't have logic, please, I ask the municipality of Tel Aviv to take this seriously, and the police force of Israel to start getting those people off the sidewalks and ensuring that the elderly people who contributed to our society and have children and grandchildren, that they deserve a life where they don't have to fear getting hit by fast-moving vehicles while walking on the sidewalk. Peace, light, and love, and I hope this will make a change.